Hello, friends. My name is Sarah, and I work at an IT company. I am a 25-year-old woman, still single. But for the past few months, one of my colleagues, Ryan, had started to like me. We worked together, spent a lot of time with each other, and eventually, I started liking him too. Ryan was always cheerful and joking around, which made his company even more enjoyable. Sometimes we would go out for dinner at restaurants, and over time, we grew closer. After a year of working together, Ryan proposed to me. He said,
"Sarah, I have fallen for you. You are beautiful and amazing. Will you marry me and make my life complete?"
I happily said yes. He soon came to my house with his family to officially ask for my hand in marriage. My parents really liked him. He was exactly the kind of guy they had envisioned for me. Ryan's family also accepted me wholeheartedly. With both families' blessings, our wedding was set for 20 days later. The house was bustling with wedding preparations, but I continued going to work. I had planned to take leave just 2 days before the wedding since getting time off in a private company was difficult. My parents assured me not to worry about the preparations, so I was relaxed. My brother kept teasing me, but deep inside, I was thrilled. My life was about to take a new turn, and soon, I would have someone to love and share everything with. Ryan and I spoke every night, and he would often talk about our wedding night, making me blush. Our colleagues at work also teased us about our upcoming wedding. Everything seemed perfect, but life had a different plan, one I never saw coming. One day, Ryan didn't come to work because he was sick, which meant I had extra work to finish. By the time I was done, it was already 10 p.m. It was late, and I hurried out of the office. I stood outside waiting for a cab, but the weather suddenly turned bad, and it started pouring. With no shelter nearby, I was drenched in the rain. The late hour made it difficult to find a cab, and I was growing anxious when a sleek car pulled up beside me. A young man rolled down the window and said,
"Hey, get in. You'll fall sick standing in the rain."
I recognized him immediately. He wasn't from my office, but worked in the building across the street. I had seen him multiple times in the elevator, and I always caught him stealing glances at me. Once, when I was waiting for a cab after work, he had offered me a ride, but Ryan had shown up just then, so I left with him. That day, he had followed us for a while before disappearing. Tonight, Ryan wasn't here, and this guy was offering me a ride again. I hesitated. Accepting a lift from a stranger didn't seem right. I politely declined, saying, "Thank you, but I'll wait for a cab." But he stepped out of his car and insisted.
It's already 11 p.m. You won't find a cab at this hour. The weather is getting worse, and it's not safe for you to stand here alone. Please, let me drop you home.
I weighed my options and, realizing he might be right, hesitantly got into his car. Seeing that I was shivering, he said,
My apartment is just nearby. Why don't you come in and change into dry clothes? Then I'll drop you home.
I was freezing and reluctantly agreed. When we reached his place, he handed me a towel and some dry clothes.
Here, you can wear this.
He said, stepping out of the room to give me privacy. As I wiped myself dry, I noticed a hairdryer on the dresser. Knowing that wet hair gave me headaches, I took my time drying them. I lost track of time, and before I realized it, I had removed my wet clothes, getting ready to change. Just then, the door swung open. He had walked in. For a second, he stood there, frozen, staring at me. My entire body was exposed, and he had seen everything. Embarrassed, he quickly turned around and stammered,
I'm sorry. I knocked, but you didn't respond.
I suddenly recalled hearing a knock, but had been too distracted to answer. I quickly grabbed his shirt and put it on. However, the pants he gave me didn't fit, so I wrapped myself in a towel instead. When I stepped out, he looked flustered, but apologized. Again? "It's okay," I muttered. It was my fault for not locking the door. Trying to ease the awkwardness, he said,
Your clothes are in the dryer. They'll be ready in 30 minutes. Meanwhile, let me make something to eat. You must be hungry.
We moved to the kitchen, and he made omelets and tea. As we sat down to eat, I caught him staring at me. It was then that I realized my top buttons were undone, exposing more than I intended. The moment I adjusted my shirt, he moved closer and gently buttoned it for me. His touch sent shivers down my spine. Our eyes met, and for the first time, I noticed how incredibly handsome he was.
I'll get you a pair of pajamas.
When he returned, I took them and went back to the room to change. But once again, lost in thought, I forgot to lock the door. As I undressed, he walked in. Before I could react, he was right in front of me, his breath warm against my skin. He lifted my face gently and kissed me. I didn't pull away. Instead, I melted into his touch. He laid me on the bed, his hands tracing my body. My mind screamed that this was wrong. I was engaged to Ryan, but my body refused to listen. I surrendered to the moment, lost in his passion. After what felt like an eternity, reality crashed down on me. Tears welled in my eyes. What did we just do? I don't even know you. He cupped my face and whispered.
My name is Jake Sullivan.
I gasped. Jake Sullivan, the CEO of the company next door. He stepped back, sensing my turmoil.
I should take you home. Your clothes are dry now.
As we drove, he remained silent, and I found myself craving his words. When we reached my house, he handed me his business card. I hesitated, then, on impulse, leaned in and kissed him. That night, I lay awake, staring at his card. Before I could stop myself, I dialed his number. Jake, it's Sarah. About what happened. He cut me off.
I can't stop thinking about it, Sarah. I was lost in those moments with you.
The next day, he texted.
What are you doing today? Come over for lunch.
I had wedding shopping with Ryan, but instead I found myself heading to Jake's place. This wasn't just lust. It was something deeper, something that made me question everything. And before I knew it, Jake had become my world. With only 18 days left until my wedding, I had to decide. Do I choose the safe love with Ryan, or the passionate, irresistible pull of Jake? Sometimes love makes us forget who we are, and sometimes it shows us who we were meant to be.